Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Frying Pan Podcast. It's a pop culture podcast. We do it every week. We've been here 90 weeks straight. I don't know how the fuck you don't know about us right now. It's me. My name. It's Dan. And I'm here with my just lovely, ever so lovable co-host.
It's me, Robert. How's it going, everyone?
What a lovely dude. Good intro right there, man. Good job.
Thanks, bro. I really appreciate your positivity right now.
Likewise, I really appreciate the effort you're putting forth at this moment towards this task.
You are fantastic. And thank you, listeners. You're beautiful and fantastic, too. Because you're tuning in and listening to us.
Beautiful listener at home, I hope you're doing well. Today, we're doing the thing.
I don't know why that broke me. We're doing the thing.
We do it sometimes. I don't know. How are you, Bobby? Anything fun you want to talk about? Get us going?
Okay. So, it's actually been quite hot in Connecticut recently, right? And I would like to say that, this increase in temperature, the noticeable increase in temperature over the last couple weeks, has really been an overarching negative for me. And I would like to explain. So, as we know, I don't really like the heat, right? But it's more like there's things that have come up because of the heat that have then come back to hurt me. So, let's say, for one, it was moderately humid the other day. And I say moderately, severely. And as I was walking from my bedroom the first time I wake up, or of the day, to go use the bathroom, I'd step off the carpeted floors onto the tile floors. And with the humidity kind of rests on the tile floors because it's not that hot, in the house, but there's still humidity because I'm downstairs. Point being, the tile was moist. My first step, as soon as my foot touches the concrete, just me and my boxers, don't even have my glasses on, that leg just slides straight out from under me and I go down into a half split. Thankfully, my other leg was still on the carpet, so I didn't, go complete split. But the thing is I had that momentary, inflexible guy where I'm if I stand up and I pulled my groin, I will literally just be the most depressed human being I probably will. Because, we've talked about it, Dan, you've had, kind of groin area injuries before. They suck. They really suck.
Yeah, because it just kind of affects everything, and it's just not an enjoyable experience. I've definitely done what you've done before.
It's bad. It sucks. But
Less than desirable is definitely the word I'd use.
Moving on to the next thing. I got into my car, and you know that, how the seatbelt is kind of hot sometimes?
Yes.
Well, the day that it reached 100, I got in and put the back of my arm to it, my tricep, and now there's, a red mark in the shape of a seatbelt. And it hurts. Still. And I did that yesterday.
Dude, you're talking to the guy with, black interior. Every time I get in my car, I feel like I'm just crossing through the gates of hell. It's not fun.
But my point is, I got burnt by the metal bit on the seatbelt. What the hell? And then.
Go off, King.
And then. Our garden here got mollywopped in the heat. So, I had to, I was, depressed because I was oh my god. Did I not water these because, it was my job to water them that day. And I was did I not do it at the right time? Did I miss it? Are these plants all dead because of me?
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, my mom was nah, plants are kind of just melodramatic. And, they puffed back up the next day. But, it literally had me panicking because I was thinking of how I would explain to my mom that I literally killed half her fucking garden when she wasn't home. The one day she left it to me to look for.
Just, she pulls in and you're just, trying to, hold the flowers up. And she's like, Bobby, what are you doing? You're just, crying. Just in tears. I couldn't keep him alive!
That's what I felt like, though, because it was sheer panic, It's the moment of, when you're a kid and your mom asks you to take, the chicken out of the freezer and put it on the counter to defrost, and you hear her pull it, and you definitely didn't do that.
Oh, man. Yeah, then you try to, run it under hot water, see if that helps at all. It doesn't.
That's when you pull, oh, it's been really shady in here. It must not have defrosted.
Yeah, we had the AC on. There's no way it could have cooled or heated up.
I know. Shoot, wow, you want me to go get like the takeout menu or something? Because that's crazy.
That's so weird. I wonder how that happens.
Yeah, like, wow. I wonder. Do you think the dog might have actually put it back in the freezer and then realized that no, we wanted it out?
I love thinking back of like as a kid when you tried to lie your way out of shit and like you think you're just fucking you're maneuvering this so well, like you're doing, there's no way they'll find out, but like your lie is just like that stupid of like, you think the dog put it back in the fridge?
Oh my god, yeah. And that's exactly right too. And I'm convinced, like, oh my god, I'm a genius. These fucking idiots have no clue that I
Yeah.
was the one that forgot to take it out of the freezer.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
idiots. And then, like, when they're like, yeah, but, sorry, man, no Xbox. Like, wait a minute.
And I'm like,
But we had an agreement here. I wasn't the one that did this.
but the dog, it was the dog that did it.
Yeah. And then they were like, but you lied. And I'm like, well, shit, how'd you know that? And I'm like, well, damn. And that's how I became a good liar. Like, I feel like parents that are like overprotective and like over, kind of like overbearing, helicoptery, like punish for everything.
Yeah.
Like, I always feel like those type of parents just make the best liars out of their kids. Well, that is if the kids, like, feel that rebellious urge, if they're not beaten down too much.
Well, I mean, like, I know a lot of kids that were like that had like strict parents, and they're the kids that are like 14 doing a line of coke, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, it's just like, I don't know if it's reverse psychology, but it's like, I'm gonna do what you tell me not to do because you told me I couldn't. Like, that kind of shit. But regardless, we can hop into some topics. And the first one I want to talk about is my favorite thing, and it kind of relates to being around 14. So apparently, the U.S. Army has been streaming on Twitch, and they've been they put links in the chat to like air quote giveaways, but what it really is just recruitment forms. So
That's...
like, it's illegal, and they've since gotten banned for doing it, thankfully. But it's literally like you can't escape them. I mean, you're walking around your high school, you're trying to go to lunch, and they stop you, put a gun to your head, and say, "Hey, sign up for the military. It'll be fun." And now they're doing it while you're at home, and I love that. I love that. They're very persistent, and you can't knock that. But regardless, yeah. How do you feel about this?
Okay, so we've talked about the army recruiter on here before that like literally texted me at 7:30 with the casual like, "Hey Rob, how's it going?" Right? Like, and that like kind of kept like he lasted past like the "Who are you?" before I was like, "Wait, you're trying to recruit me via text at 7:30 on a Tuesday?" So like I have a distaste for recruiters, I can't lie. And I don't know if it's just because they I don't really like making eye contact with any person that tries to get me to sign up for something,
Yeah, I feel
like,
that.
When they were in our high schools and colleges and everywhere else, I just see them and it gives me moderate anxiety because I'm like, don't ask. I don't want to. Just don't. But like, it's for some people, I guess. But streaming on Twitch, trying to get kids to sign up for giveaways, that's like entrapment.
Yeah, it's illegal. It's very depressing too.
It is.
Yeah, and I don't know. Reading the article is just really fucking depressing. Also, why does the U.S. Army have an esports team? Why the fuck are like the National Guard has an esports team now? Like the National Guard sponsors esports teams. Like why?
Could it be like they're sponsoring like college grade for like, because like military schools still have clubs and stuff?
Yeah, I mean
Some of them.
that's what I'm hoping at least, but like still on the outside it's just like fuck off. This isn't your realm. Like you don't need to be here. Just stick to fucking high school hallways and torture kids.
Yeah, okay. There's been a decent few of my friends from high school that are like just now getting out of like their training or whatever the hell they call it, RTC or I don't know the proper terminology.
Yeah. I also have a couple friends that like did the Marines or Army and all that shit, and like God bless, like if you want to do that, I'm not knocking it. It's just the way that like recruiters try to recruit people. It just feels so like terrifying to me.
Yeah, like, well, the point is like like half of them like it, half of them don't, and I feel like that's a good like margin for something like a lifestyle thing like the military or the army or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
But like, man, if you told like some of these kids that I knew in high school that like you would give them a car and like I don't know a new Xbox, they would sign up. And I don't really think it's a good idea for like a platform like Twitch to allow their younger audience to kind of get exposed to this stuff.
Yeah, I mean they've banned them for this. Like they can't do this anymore. But the fact that it was literally like they promoted it as it was a giveaway. You can win up to a $200 controller, and then it says register to win, and then it's literally you filling out all of your personal information.
What is your social security number?
Yeah, literally. And it's like, actually I don't think literally, but I wouldn't be surprised. But it's also the fact that like if you're 13, you're not thinking that this is like signing you up to be part of the army. You're just like, I get my scuff controller, and you're happy with that.
All right, I mean fair. Like yeah, that's definitely a valid point.
I don't know. It pissed me off. It was dumbest thing I read.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's I don't know. I'm still struggling to be like why are they that desperate for recruits? Like has it been that bad that they can't get people to join? So they're like, you know what? Let's go for the gamers. You know, let's corner those guys. They got some rage. They've been playing games, right? Like let's really bump the statistics that video games enable violence by having army recruiters recruit from a video gaming platform.
Wow, Tanner, your KD's pretty high. I bet you do pretty good on the front line. Like,
oh my god, could you? That's what it's gonna be when VR becomes like really in depth. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a thing, and I'm calling it now.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Which is terrifying to think of. Like we joke about it, but like think how scary that is.
It's so dystopian, like.
I know, but like. At this point, we're basically in a dystopia. Everything is just kind of flipped upside down. But regardless, U.S. Army, just stay in the fucking hallways. You're fine. And like you said, like targeting game. Yes, let's target the like. I mean, being a gamer is like the stereotype is you're fat. You sit in your room, you just eat Cheetos. It's like, why do you want that person in the first place? I don't know. I'm just being annoying. Regardless. Thankfully, Twitch kind of shut that down. And then, speaking of Twitch, our boy Logic, our favorite rapper, you and mine, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love Lil Bobby.
Yeah, him. He is apparently retiring from music. He is releasing his farewell retirement album this weekend, and apparently he's married and has a kid.
Wait. Okay, wait. I need to go back like to the full thing. So he's retiring. I heard that.
Yeah.
He's dropping a farewell like album?
Yeah, like a retirement album.
Really? Because wasn't he like tweeting? No, he was like off social media, but then wasn't he like been working on something big? So like, wow.
Oh,
I didn't think it would be like retiring.
Oh no, because this is what we work into. He signed a deal with Twitch that is upwards of 7 figures to stream exclusively on the platform. So
Wait.
He's not going away. He's just doing different things.
Yo, what if he's like on Twitch and he's like one of those cool guys that plays games, but he like freestyles while he's playing games?
He could be. I mean, like, I don't like Logic's music. I liked Logic's music back in like 2014. When he was like his whole Young Sinatra thing, because like it was cool back then. But you kind of outgrow it. I think he's kind of a corny dude, but I think he could be an entertaining streamer. Like I feel like he could be a very entertaining person. I think he'll do fine in terms of like being successful on Twitch. It's just the fact that he's retiring from music and he's guaranteed like millions of dollars on top of the millions of dollars he probably already has.
Well, I mean, okay, so you're trying to make a case that like you don't agree, like you don't really enjoy him going to Twitch with the contract?
No, like I'm totally fine with it. I just thought it was a very different direction than I thought he'd take.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't really listen to Logic's music. Does he come off as kind of like a game guy? Like,
Yeah,
would he even be doing games? Or because I guess Twitch is really like they have other sections now, like music and like
yeah,
and, like
I'm pretty
like
sure.
that.
I'm pretty sure he's big into games. Like I know he like interacts with a lot of people that stream. And I remember there was a story that came out like as this was coming out that apparently he reached out to 100 Thieves, which is like a big esports organization, and he wanted to be a co-owner with Nate Shot, but I guess Nate Shot turned him down because he was like, I have no fucking idea what that means, because he was just still starting out. But,
Interesting.
yeah, like I'm sure he'll do fine in it. It was just very odd because at first it was just like it came out initially because when I initially wrote the topic, it was just that he's retiring, and then like 2 days later it's like, okay, now we know why he's retiring.
Actually, you know what's funny? His first stream went on 4 hours ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember him. I remember reading somewhere that he was doing.
To.
Yeah, he was doing like I don't know if it was like a live album listen with him on stream, or if he was like going live before like a pre-party or whatever. But I saw that, so.
His About Logic thing on the thing is it doesn't look like he's online anymore, if he was.
Yeah.
At any time, but like his About thing is playing games and being a dad, so.
Good for him. I'm happy for
him. Yeah,
very.
like that's all I can say, because like you said, this is quite out of left field, man. Like I don't really know how to feel about this.
Yeah, I mean it's not like obviously I don't have a problem with it. Like I just don't care for.
Brendan Urie streams. He does pretty good.
Yeah, I mean like I'm sure he's a nice dude.
I wonder if like his streamer personality is going to be like fire. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, out of curiosity,
I'd like to like him.
Yeah, out of curiosity, I feel like I'll have to check in, but
yeah, most definitely.
Maybe we'll give it a little. I can't think of the word. Fuck, ketchup? No.
Callback.
I don't know, dude. Fuck me. Ignore me, man. Holy. I literally I was looking at the article
check
and
in.
No, we're done. It's gone.
All right,
memory's gone.
Now I'm so curious. All right, moving on to something that I am looking at for the future. Speaking of looking at Logic's future as a streamer, Star Wars. There's been a decent bit of news over the last 10 days or so about some potential Star Wars projects that have been confirmed, alluded to, delayed, and so on. So, one of the ones that everyone's very excited for is The Mandalorian Season 2. And I've been recently getting into Star Wars, actually. I've been watching the Clone Wars, I've been watching the prequels and the originals, because honestly, it's not that bad. Like, I was always like, oh, that's nerd shit. I'm good. But, like, nah, it's not bad. It's interesting. Like, it's a big expanded universe, more than I thought. So, like, it's a lot to take in, but I'm enjoying it, so I'm excited for this stuff. But circling back, we have The Mandalorian Season 2, which has casted a few of a few favorite characters from past Star Wars shows and movies, so people are really excited for that. We also have a new Star Wars animated series featuring clones, and it's going to be it's called The Bad Batch, and that's set to come out in 2021.
See, this when I read the article, this is what I was really looking forward to, because I fucking love the Clone Wars, and I feel like in my honest opinion, that's like the peak of Star Wars, like in terms of like being consistently good. Like Mandalorian was phenomenal, not to like discredit that, but like
no, but Clone Wars is fantastic,
and it's like it's good from beginning to end. Like there's maybe a couple filler episodes throughout the whole thing, but it's so consistently good.
Oh yeah, I've watched already, like I think I'm almost going to be starting season 6, or I might be finishing season 6 soon. And like, it's been a while since I've binge watched a show, man. It's really good. Hell yeah, it's really good, and it only gets better. Like, in my opinion, like literally from episode 1 to where I am now, at least 40 episodes later, it's literally gotten better every episode.
Oh yeah. You still need to tell me when you're on the newest season so we can watch it together.
Yes, sir. I will tell you when I get to season 7.
I know, I've been fucking waiting because I want to watch it, but I'm like, he's steamrolling through this. Like, it shouldn't be that long, you know?
I appreciate it. And then we have a possible live action Star Wars series on Disney Plus centered around a character from the Rogue One prequel, the Rogue One show or movie, the one-off, and it's starring the male role, Cassian Andor. So like, it's supposed to be like his story, but like, people are like, why does he get his own series? Like, why is that announced instead of all the other cool Star Wars characters? People are like, why pull one from Rogue One? Most people are kind of annoyed because they're really hoping for something called like an Old Republic show, which is supposed to be like way back in the Star Wars time.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, not to get like real fucking Star Wars nerdy, but like, if you ever watch like lore videos of Star Wars, a lot of the like predecessors in like very early days, like those characters are really fucking interesting.
So I've talked about it with like two Star Wars nerds, like super Star Wars nerds.
Mm-hmm.
That are currently I've been talking to, like, as I've been going through. They seem to be in agreement that like anything that's made in the Old Republic is going to be infinitely cooler, because like it's literally just Jedi, like a bunch of Jedi are still around. It's not like one that's the chosen one. It's there's a bunch of them, and there's a bunch of bad guys, and it's just massive wars that they fight with lightsabers and the Force,
which is like literally all you can ask for.
Yeah, and like apparently like all like they had cool armor back then. It wasn't robes and shit. It was like metal armor, and their lightsabers like looked cool and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Kylo Ren's lightsaber is a design from the Old Republic. Like one that obviously we haven't seen, you know, in a movie. So like it's really cool that they used that, but like imagine all of them being cool lightsaber weapons. Like there was lightsaber axes and maces and random shit like that. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just need to, like, I don't want to say, like, entirely forget about the newest trilogy, but, like, it's... Adam Driver literally... I'd say John Boyega, too, but they literally carried the fuck out of that series. Trilogy, in my honest opinion.
They kind of, like, ruined the Star Wars, or the Skywalker saga, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Rey could have been such a cool character if they'd, like, if they let her... like interact with Luke, and they let Kylo like have an actual arc. Yeah,
I agree. It's just everything felt rushed and just unfinished, and it felt really bad.
And like, you know what I figured out actually that was really annoying about, like, one of the things that I had a problem with Rey, like as a character, was that she just seems so goddamn incompetent anytime she was supposed to be swinging around the lightsaber, which was supposed to be like the hallmark of the show. And I figured out it's just because the director, like Kathleen Kennedy, was like, I want it to be more realistic. I want her to not have any sword training. So that's literally her flailing around. Like, I always thought she was just a bad actress, or like maybe she wasn't like the best at moving around and shit. Like, that's intentional.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, how the fuck are you gonna be realistic? It's Star Wars. None of this shit's realistic.
I know. Like, I'm telling you, like, if she was just a badass, no one would complain. Well, okay, I wouldn't say no one, because obviously they will. They'd be like, ew, main character is a woman.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if she was actually like a Force user, a cool character, you know, like, everyone would enjoy that, you know?
Yeah, and it's like a tragedy because like her as I don't remember the actor's name. Isn't like Daisy something?
Oh gosh,
I always forget her name, and it's like it's not her fault. They literally just wrote her character so poorly. And I always feel bad.
It's, oh god.
I believe in you.
Daisy Ridley? Yeah, Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. Sorry.
Yeah, it is. I just confirmed it.
Yeah.
I don't think she's a bad actress so to speak. I saw her in like Murder on the Orient Express a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like her character is just so uncool. Like it's hard to want to root for her as someone that likes Star Wars now. Like every time I see someone hold a lightsaber, I want them to be a badass with it. All right,
Yeah.
like Luke was eventually a badass when he was able to like hold the lightsaber, but they've let Rey have the lightsaber or let Rey swinging around for so goddamn long without her getting cool yet. So I'm hoping in this next movie she's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we can only hope. But is there more things that they announced from this?
Well, they already confirmed the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, but like they postponed it. But it's nice that they're saying that Ewan McGregor is going to be in it, which is really cool. Actually, speaking of, Ewan McGregor is the guy that played Obi-Wan in the prequels. Everyone loves him on the internet. You know what's funny though? He has a brother, right? And his brother's a pilot. And you know what his call sign as a pilot is in the Royal British Air Force or whatever?
What?
OB2.
Oh God.
Yeah, dude, it's so cool. It's so cool.
It's cute. Honestly, like, it's cute.
Yeah, but and they've announced, like they just threw out a bunch of to be determined stuff, so I don't really even want to go into that.
Yeah, I mean, let me. Actually, an untitled Taika Waititi movie. That's promising. I think Taika Waititi always makes like at least entertaining movies.
Yeah, they also have a Kevin Feige movie, or an untitled one as well. I don't know. I would like there to be more Old Republic stuff. You know, since Disney Plus is taking off and they seem to want to, expand the Star Wars universe, like do it for the fans. Do it for the fans that already exist,
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm fully on board if you want to try and create something new. Just get the right people to write it.
Well, I mean, like, theoretically, you are creating something new because, like the Old Republic exists, but only in the capacity that's talked about in current time,
Yeah.
So they're not rehashing anything. They're just going back in the timeline, but still new stuff.
Yeah. No, I understand that. And like, that's what everybody wants. I'm just saying, like, in terms of if they want to keep because you can only rely on that for so long. Like, I think it needs to be made to, like, entertainment that everybody can watch. But if they want to continue it, they'll have to, like, make new shit.
Okay. Yeah. Fair.
But,
I'm excited, but at the same time, Dan, I'm just, I can't get too excited because coronavirus could just be like, hey, can't work again, so it could all be delayed again.
yeah, true. Well, maybe if people wear fucking masks and stop being stupid, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah. So any release date that's a game, a movie, a TV show, whatever, unless it's 150% confirmed done, I'm not going to get excited. Even though I am excited for this stuff, but I'm not going to try and, like, hold my breath.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, speaking of the corona that's going on, did you want to talk about sending our little youngins back to school?
Oh my god. Okay, so here's the thing, right? We're considering sending people back to school. And this includes universities, this includes public schools, daycares, and I just need to ask you a serious question, Dan. I'm not saying that you were one of these gremlins that didn't know how to wash their hands, but as a male that frequented a high school bathroom, how often did you go in there and use the bathroom and pee, and you notice another one of your male peers use the bathroom as well, but instead of stopping at the sink, just walk straight out the door?
It's been a lot. I mean, if you said middle school, a lot of times when I went to bathroom, people were dancing off the urinals, but that's entirely unrelated. But
point being is, if we can't rely on our youth to wash themselves after they pee, and they can understand the gravity situation, but you can't give that much faith to kids, right? Like, the schools are just so unsanitary, man. Like, janitors and custodians do all that they can, but it's not going to be enough for coronavirus.
No, I mean, if you really want like janitors and everyone in that field to like make it a safe place for everyone to come to school, you gotta like triple their fucking salaries, first off.
I
Second
mean,
off,
like, that
it's,
doesn't even reduce the opportunity of it spreading just with the kids.
I mean, the thing is, it is literally not possible. Like our government literally, like people literally said, like, oh, only this percentage amount of students will die, which equivalated to 40,000. And the fact that we are okay with sacrificing 40,000 kids is so fucking disturbing.
And well, that comes with this headline. Literally, the White House said, the science should not stand in the way of reopening schools. What?
It's literally like we're just listening to fucking supervillains tell us our plot to take over fucking Gotham. It's like, what the fuck am I reading anymore?
It just like, so I'm thinking like, so I've talked to my sister. I'm like, hey, so like, what do you plan to do with Bella, our niece, my niece, her kid? And she's like, I don't know. It's, you know, like they're saying that they're gonna open schools and like, and I'm like, please, for the love of God, no, don't send her back. And she's like, I like, what do I have to do? Like, point being is, don't make people have to go through the whole what do I have to do, decide on whether or not like they think their kid will just be fine or not. You know, just don't do it unless you're sure. You know, we have news on a promising vaccine coming out, I believe Oxford, you know. Like, wait for at least a vaccine, okay? Make that mandatory for kids to get before they attend school, so at least there's something there, and then maybe you can revisit that. Just don't, like, why risk it, you know?
But even the thing there is, like, you have, like, anti-vax parents that will literally not get that vaccine or anything, and they'll send their fucks to school, and they'll get someone sick, and that kid won't know it. He'll take it home, get his parents sick. It's like, it's literally, it's such a simple fucking solution of just like, be a sane human being. And that's so hard for people to grasp. And it's just so incredible to me. Like, I don't know. Everything of this nature is so baffling to me. Like, the fact that we're even in this situation and there's parts of the world that literally like can function freely because they're not fucking stupid is so frustrating.
I agree with you 100%, man. It's disappointing, and like, I'm now in a position where, you know, thankfully my school is saying like, we'll do online classes. We're 100% online this semester. Don't worry about it. You don't have to be like, whoa, what will happen? You won't have to worry. Well, now I'm worrying about a whole new thing, man. I didn't spend 12 years of my life going to online school. I don't know how to function as an online student. All right, I had 3 months of that, 2 months of that, whatever. I didn't do well. I didn't do like the best job at like prioritizing. I'm thinking I might even just take a semester off at this point, and hopefully the classroom environment returns, because I don't feel like I'll learn much, man.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you're entitled to do that, but I'm all like, it's easier to adapt to like, you can do online school as opposed to, hey, take a chance and go to class. Like, there shouldn't be a lesser of two evils there. Like, it should just be common sense. Like, if you want to take a semester off, I fully respect that. Like, I understand, like, people don't learn that well, like, not in a classroom environment. Like, totally understandable. But the fact that the option is there for people is nice. And should be the thing. The fact that, like, you want to send, like, your kid, like, elementary school kids, middle school kids, even high school kids, like, to school and just, like, take a chance to, like, I mean, people are gonna die, whatever. That's not what that doesn't make sense. This isn't a fucking video game. The kids aren't gonna respawn unless you believe in reincarnation. Then, well, I guess they will, but not in the same body. You know what I mean?
Yes,
it's like,
yes.
Did you watch the fucking, or any clips of the, Trump and Chris Wallace interview?
You know, I just saw a whole bunch of those clips posted on Reddit, and they're like, look how incompetent he is, and I'm just like, I've had enough. I haven't watched them, but I've had enough.
Dude,
I don't want to be depressed with our government even more.
Honestly, it's just entertaining at this point. If you can watch those clips and still think, yes, this is the person I should be voting for, straight up, stop breathing. In the nicest way possible, you're fucking this country. like, I will say, it is semi-motivational for me because it showed that I literally have to know fucking nothing to achieve whatever I want in the world. I can literally fake whatever I want and somehow find a way to succeed. I don't know. This is my rant now. It was originally your rant on school system. Now it's my rant. I'm sorry, Robert. I didn't mean to take over.
No, don't apologize to me.
But I don't know. It's just so fucking baffling, man. Like, I just want to... I literally, like doctors and shit have come out, like, if everyone just wore a mask for the next 6 weeks, this pandemic would be, like, pushed right into the ground. And people can't follow that. People cannot fucking grasp that that's a possibility. That, like, holy fuck. If I do what somebody says that has studied for fucking years on this situation, maybe if I take their advice, I could fix that. And then you got people fucking running around spitting on people and like, I want to have food, I want to go eat dinner. It's like, oh, it makes me so fucking mad.
Yeah, I want to go to dinner too, but I'm not doing it because I'm not an asshole.
It's like, I want to fucking do anything, man. Like, I can go for a drive. I can go for walks. I can't go to fucking public areas. It's like...
I just want to be able to hug my friends.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, literally, our friend, one of his friends, like, doesn't go anywhere. Literally, the only place he goes is to the grocery store, and apparently got COVID. And it's like, I know if I get it, I'll die. And even if I don't die, I'll have, like, everlasting effects. So why the fuck would I want to risk it? It's so fucking simple. And the fact that people can't comprehend that is incredible.
It's immaculate.
Immaculate. I agree. All I'm saying is, I don't want to live I don't want to live in the U.S. I'm tired of being here, man. Let me move to fucking, like... I'd rather live in Australia and wake up with, like, a fucking Komodo dragon at the foot of my bed than have to deal with these fucks.
You know, I can't say same, but, like, more power to you, bro.
I want to wake up with a tarantula on my pillow. No. Not here, but, like, if I live in Australia, like, maybe that's the worst case outcome. But, like...
Why would you ever, like, ask that upon yourself?
Well, because, I mean, tarantulas they're one of those animals where it's like, oh, they won't do anything if you don't do anything to them. So if I'm just like, what up, buddy? You can just kick it there. And he's like, thanks, dog. And I'm like, you mind leaving at some point? He's like, yeah, I was just chilling. And then we form a bond. And then it's like Charlotte's Web. It's okay. You just don't understand. I'm sorry. You're
right.
Brain,
you're right.
I don't know. I don't make the rules.
P-brain, bro. P-brain. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I guess it's just the way it is.
Your brain's just exploding with knowledge right now.
I literally kicked out my chair. I'm just floating at my desk right now. It's not fair. Not one man should have all this power. Fuck, man.
Moving on.
Please.
Moving on.
Please.
So, there is an interesting post on r/data is beautiful. And what it is it's a GIF that shows each state's top trending Google search by date as time goes on from 2018 to 2020. Mm-hmm. And I was just hoping we could live cast it as it goes through, you know?
Of course.
About it a little bit.
Logan Paul for a lot of January. Oh yeah, that's when he like filmed the dead body.
Yeah, so this is Logan Paul was in the beginning of January.
A lot of Fortnite.
A lot of Fortnite, and then for some reason Black Panther.
Roseanne? Why did Roseanne come in?
My favorite was just the pop off of like Bill Cosby for no reason.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she didn't heroin. Logan Paul again. Wait, did he film another dead body or? Oh, Baby Shark for a little while. There's Bill Cosby's. He's coming in.
Yeah. It's very interesting. It's a long video, so I'm skipping like back into like 2019, like beginning of 2019.
Yeah, I will say there's one part in this video that doesn't make sense to me, and it's just that The Weeknd is trending in Texas for like months, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Also, I don't understand the 7 rings.
Yeah, I don't either. And like 2019 was just like Billie Eilish, Old Town Road, Avengers Endgame, Game of Thrones.
A lot of Billie Eilish actually.
Chernobyl. A lot of Billie Eilish actually.
I like that fucking like when Endgame came out, it literally took over the US, and then I think it's like fucking Arkansas was just like, nah, Old Town Road.
Old Town Road, we still like it here.
Yeah. Yeah, Endgame was cool, but it wasn't Old Town Road.
Yeah. And then like you got Baby Yoda at the end of the 2019.
Yeah,
and then January starts with like Prince Harry, then impeachment, and then Kobe.
Dude, when you get to 2019, it is literally just downhill. It's so sad.
Yeah,
like, because a lot of this is trying to, like, Billie Eilish, Baby Yoda, Mandalorian, it's, like, sick. And then it's just, it just goes downhill.
The point that I want to bring this up is that looking at this data, you know, no matter what goes on in the U.S. for over the last 3 months, it just seems to get eclipsed again with coronavirus coming back in.
Dude, except in Texas.
Except, well, dude, Texas has been like the weekend for a while for me.
Dude, Texas just didn't give a fuck. The whole country was on COVID, and they're like, you guys listen to this new The Weeknd album? I don't care, like 2 months ago, but shit, this slaps. And then they just go back to it.
That's what I'm saying, dude. So these search results were, I don't know, it was kind of like depressing for me to see, because like you can see us as like a nation desperately trying to distract ourselves, but literally like with the next day it just switches back to COVID, where it's like at least in previous 2018, 2019 the trends were held for at least a couple days to more, you know.
Yeah. Dude, I really can't get over how much The Weeknd loves, or how much Texas loves The Weeknd, though. They just
maybe he pops off there, you know.
I guess, I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah, but no, I agree. It's definitely like interesting to see, but also kind of sad of how it's like, oh, this came out. That's really cool, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. There's a pandemic.
Yeah, really.
But I mean, that's just how it is at the moment. Hopefully that'll change, but I'm not going to go on another rant talking about it.
You know, even if you wanted to, it'd be okay.
Thank you. Couple topics. One not so good, one kind of good. This happened last week on Twitter. Like, the entirety of Twitter got hacked. Like,
oh,
they had access to literally everything. And what a lot of them did was, or the hackers, like, went on to famous people's Twitters, like Elon Musk and people of that nature, and posted shit like, I'm feeling generous today. If you send me $1,000 Bitcoin, I'll send you back 2,000. And then they put their link down, but it was the same link for literally everybody. I'm wondering if anybody fell for it, first off. But second off, yeah, no, the people that hacked it had literally access to everything. Literally everything that Twitter has to offer, they had. Just kind of creepy.
You know, I thought Kanye's manic episode was because of that, but turns out like he's not doing so hot.
No, that was yesterday. Yeah, Kanye's not doing good at all.
Yeah, you know, it's still developing, so we'll probably talk about it next week.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line, he just
Not
needs
good.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not funny anymore. It's just alarming. I mean, like, did you see?
Yeah.
I think he was in North Carolina. He was doing a rally, and he said some shit like, Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. It was something, like, he said a lot of fucked up shit over the course of his whole thing. And
Yeah.
it is just bad.
I mean, his breakdown when he was crying about saving his daughter or whatever,
Yeah.
that was, like, wild.
Yeah, not fun. I hope he gets help. Well, that's the thing is, like, he was saying, like, Kim and Chris were trying to get him help, but it's, I don't know, like, people in that state never want it, or they feel like they're being, like, sent. I don't know. It's just scary. Like, I've seen shit like that happen way too often in my lifetime.
I mean, Kanye's just he's been popping off for too long.
Yeah, he's been alarming for too long, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
And then, last bit of better news, I guess there was a kid, like a 6-year-old boy, who saved his sister from a attacking dog, and he got his face fucked up. And I guess he was a huge Captain America fan, so Chris Evans sent him like a video, like as Captain America, like congratulating him and be like, "You're a hero," and like, "We're sending a shield your way now to protect everyone," and shit like that. And I guess Robert Downey Jr. also hopped in on that.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'd recommend watching the videos. They're very wholesome, but the kid got messed up.
He did, but his quote of like, if someone had to die, I thought it would be me. You're a kid! Huh?
Yeah, no way I would have thought that way as at that age. It's
At 6, like, nah. Well, who knows, man? Kids be popping off these days.
That's true. Yeah, I feel like kids are a lot more like self-aware than I was. But no, shout
It's
out
the
to this
internet,
kid.
man. It's the internet.
Yeah, no, shout out to this kid. It was very fucking cool to see. Obviously not his face because it's a little fucked up, but I don't know. Very, very proud. Very happy to see shit like this, especially with how the world's going on right now.
Yeah, it was a nice positive story.
But I don't know. Do you have anything else for us today?
Do I have anything else for us today? Well, there's like the kind of startling thing that's been happening in Portland of like the anonymous security just popping up with only something that just says police on it. They shove people into vans and then they drive off.
Yeah, this shit's very alarming because it wasn't even like Portland asked for it. They're asking them to like get out. I don't know. I'll be very interested to see like what more comes of this because this is fairly recent, like within the past few days, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, there's videos of just unmarked people just like handcuffing people and taking them away in vans, and like this has been a thing for like all the protests that have been going on, but I don't know. It's just very unsettling.
Well, it is. It's like it's startling. Like it kind of keeps going back to the whole dystopian thing that's been going on lately. You know?
Yeah, dude, like more and more every day with like more stories that come out, it just keeps leaning into like, all right, we're falling apart, and it's the fucking picture of the dog on the chair with the cup of coffee and like everything around him's on fire, and it's like this is fine.
But it's not. It's
really
not.
No, like that's just kind of how the world is right now.
Fucked. It's fucked.
I mean, and then there was the judge that got the Jeffrey Epstein case. Someone dressed up as a FedEx driver and like
murdered her son.
Yeah, killed the son, shot the husband, and then it's just like, oh, we're not going to talk about that. And I guess the dude who shot him died too, but it's like there's obviously something fishy going on. There's obviously like fishy shit going on, but anyone that's going to talk out about it is just going to die. So very unsettling is the word I'd use.
It's not good. No. Like there's some shady shit going on, and like the world is getting glimpses of it, and like I don't think we're ready for the whole story. I don't think I'm ready for the whole story, but it needs to get out.
Yeah, and then oh fuck. I don't remember the news outlet, but fuck, I need to look it up actually really quick. It was 3 like broadcasters, like 3 hosts got outed for being a part of, I don't know if it was like a pedophile ring or like just sexual misconduct. Hold on.
People need to get just I don't want to go on the rant of we need to cull people, but goddamn.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just unsettling. What was his name?
Very unsettling times.
Tucker Carlson? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I'm on the case. Give me a second.
He's on the case. But, you know, it's very unsettling times, and there's not much really we can do about it as just us, you know? Like, part of it comes from the pandemic, part of it comes from our government, part of it comes from civil unrest. You know, it's just, it's a very, like, anxiety-ridden time.
Okay, here it is. Ed Henry, Sean Hannity, and Tucker Carlson sued in sex trafficking and sexual harassment. And then there was a thing, like less than 15 hours ago, of he claimed that the New York Times was planning to expose his address, so then his fans like doxed the reporter.
Yikes.
Dude, this shit's crazy. Maybe we'll talk about this next week, but when more of this develops, but yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that shit's insane. I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm good.
Word.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week.
Regardless, though. Scary shit. World's scary. But there's good days upon the horizon, Bob. You know, you just gotta be confident. You gotta...
Well...
You know.
What's the saying? You know, fate whispers to the warrior, you can't brave the storm. The warrior says back, I am the storm.
I feel like I've never heard that.
Really?
The way you said it, like, I believe it in a heartbeat that was, like, an old saying, but, like, I feel like I've never heard that before.
I find it, like, a very empowering statement in these times.
No, yeah. No, I agree. I definitely think referring to yourself as the storm is very, beat your chest.
Oh, yeah. Beat chest.
Like, shoulder check a mountain kind of vibe.
Yo, I did when I fell when we were hiking.
I feel like we all did.
Oh, yeah. We got clobbered.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was a good time overall. And now we can only hope to go back sometime, but I don't think I want to go in July. I'd rather not die.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I'm gonna
you think
have to pass on that.
You think how, like, little air there was to breathe up there, and, like, imagine that with 20 more degrees. No thank you.
Well, exactly. No thank you.
Yeah. I mean, granted, having 30-pound backpacks on doesn't really help, but it is what it is. But if you'd like to take us home, Robert, you're more than welcome to.
Sure thing, Daniel. All right, folks, that has been the Frying Pan Podcast, episode 90. Thank you for tuning in, as always. We're on social media. The handle for both of those is the Frying Pan Pod, and you can send us over an email and or a business inquiry to our email at inthepanpodcast@gmail.com. We'd appreciate that. And we also thank you for listening to us on any of the audio platforms that are out there, excluding SoundCloud, because no one likes that one. I don't like that one.
Well, yeah,
but if you could leave us a like, a star rating, a comment, that'd be great. But for the last time, folks, this has been Robert D'Onofrio.
It's also me, Robbie D'Onoff.
And this has been the Frying Pan Podcast. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. Speak out against the government. Yeah. Fuck the ops.
Yeah, that.